Greetings, one and all. It was a busy night in the playoff race in the NHL last night as 4 teams clinched a playoff spot for this year's postseason. The Edmonton Oilers have qualified for the playoffs for the first time since 2006. That's the first time in 11 years, with a 2-1 win against the LA Kings last night. The win also allowed several other Pacific Division teams to clinch their playoff spots as well, but we will get onto them later. Last time the Edmonton Oilers were in the playoffs, Danny Heatley had scored 50 goals for the Ottawa Senators, 2 Atlanta Thrashers players were top 10 scorers in the entire league, and Ovechkin and Crosby were still rookies. Yes, it has been a very, very long time since the Oilers made it to the playoffs. Also, the San Jose Sharks punched their ticket to the playoffs an hour and a half before they ended their 6-game losing streak, 5-4 in overtime against the New York Rangers. They won that game 5-4. Yes, that was part of the Edmonton Oilers. They won their game against the Kings, so the San Jose Sharks also had a playoff spot clinched for them. The Sharks, of course, made the Stanley Cup final for the first time in franchise history last year, before being defeated by the champion Pittsburgh Penguins in the final. However, they will look to put that behind them, and a win against the Rangers will certainly help towards their postseason push. Speaking of the New York Rangers, even though the New York Rangers lost to the Sharks last night, the 1 point they gained in the overtime loss clinched their 7th consecutive playoff spot and their 11th postseason berth in the last 12 seasons. As a Rangers fan myself, very happy about that. The Rangers, of course, were eliminated in the first round last year, though, also by the champion Pittsburgh Penguins, and have not won the Cup since 1994. So it's been a bit of a long time. It's been about 22 years now. Come on, guys, step it up. As a Rangers fan, I'm hoping this year is the year of the New York Rangers, guys. It's more than likely that it isn't, but here's hoping. And finally, the Anaheim Ducks clinched their place in the playoffs with a 4-1 win against the Vancouver Canucks last night. However, their playoff spot came from the Oilers' win over the Kings and not their game itself. It's weird how that works, but the extra 2 points isn't going to hurt. The Ducks have, of course, been a regular within the playoffs the last few years, but have never quite done enough to make it through to the later rounds or even the final and be in with a chance to win it all. Maybe this year is different. Who knows? I don't. However, whilst all of these teams were clinching their playoff spots in the league last night, one team will not be returning to the playoffs for the first time in 26 years. Most of you who follow this channel or the league will know which team I'm talking about. It is, yes, of course, the Detroit Red Wings. They will miss the playoffs for the first time since the 1989-1990 season after they lost 4-1 to the Carolina Hurricanes yesterday. Couple that with wins by both Boston and Toronto last night, and the Red Wings have been completely eliminated from playoff contention. This is a sad day indeed for Detroit fans, but rather than be upset, let's take a step back and appreciate that the Red Wings have made the playoffs for 25 straight years. I'm 20 years old, so they've made the playoffs every single year I've been on this earth, plus 5 more. How crazy is that to think about? Wow! That is one hell of an accomplishment. Well done, Detroit Red Wings. And in that span, you did win a cup or two, so I wouldn't complain. But there you go. What do you think about the teams who made the playoffs? Are you happy, sad, or do you wish Detroit was up there too? Let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear what you think. But thank you very much for watching, guys. I hope you have enjoyed. Please feel free to like, subscribe, share, or watch some of my other videos. Thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.